Imagine a world where AI can outthink your doctor, diagnose you from a single photo, and drive your car through a thunderstorm with no human hands on the wheel. That world isn't coming. It's already here. This week, OpenAI drops a stunning report claiming their newest models are outperforming trained physicians in clinical reasoning, raising urgent questions about the future of healthcare. At the same time, researchers unveil a chilling breakthrough, an AI that can predict your health risks just by scanning your face. No blood test, no exam, just a photo. And on the roads, Tesla's robotaxi ambitions are colliding with federal scrutiny, as investigators question whether its camera-only system is safe enough for real streets and real lives. It isn't just about innovation, it's about the limits of trust, the cost of mistakes, and the AI tipping point we're racing toward. Let's get into it. Picture this. You walk into a doctor's office, but instead of a human physician, you're greeted by an artificial intelligence trained on millions of clinical conversations. It not only understands your symptoms, it may even diagnose your condition more accurately than a real doctor. That future isn't decades away. According to OpenAI's latest research, it might already be here. OpenAI has just released a bombshell study that's shaking the entire medical community. Their latest AI models, like GPT 4.1, and a newer experimental system known internally as O3, have been tested against licensed physicians in a challenge that mimics real-world medical consultations. The result? In many cases, the AI outperformed the doctors. The new benchmark is called HealthBench, and it's not your average test. It's a massive dataset of 5,000 multi-turn dialogues, realistic back-and-forth conversations that reflect the complexity of real clinical cases. These weren't simplified trivia questions. These were nuanced, evolving situations, just like what a real physician faces. And here's the kicker. The top-performing AI model scored higher than trained doctors in both diagnostic accuracy and reasoning. In other words, it not only arrived at the right answer more often, it explained how it got there better than the humans. This development has stunned many in the healthcare world. It's one thing for AI to beat high school students at writing essays, but outperforming seasoned physicians? That's an entirely different league. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. These models aren't perfect, and they're not intended to replace doctors. OpenAI is clear about that. They see these tools as collaborators, not replacements. When used alongside medical professionals, AI could dramatically enhance care by spotting things humans might miss or by offering a second opinion instantly. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Critics warn that without deep training in ethics, empathy, or bedside manner, AI may misguide patients if not carefully monitored. And the medical field is already grappling with trust issues around AI-generated decisions. Can we really rely on a language model to guide life and death outcomes? Still, the numbers are hard to ignore. In controlled studies, GPT-4 achieved up to 90% accuracy in diagnostic tasks. That's higher than many practicing physicians when working alone. And when doctors used AI suggestions in their workflow, outcomes improved measurably, especially in emergency care settings, where speed and accuracy can mean the difference between life and death. So what does this mean for the future of medicine? It means that your next doctor's assistant might not wear a white coat. It might run on silicon. And it could be available 24/7, no waiting rooms required. But if AI can now outperform doctors, what else is it capable of? Coming up next, an AI model that can scan your face and tell you if you're sick, just from a selfie. Stay with us. If you thought AI beating doctors was wild, get this. A new generation of artificial intelligence doesn't need a full body scan, a blood test, or even a medical chart to assess your health. All it needs is your face. Yes, you heard that right. Researchers have now developed AI models that can analyze a single facial photo and extract critical insights about your physical condition, your biological age, and even your risk of developing chronic illness. In some cases, these models are catching early warning signs that even trained physicians might miss. The flagship system leading this charge is called FaceAge, and it's already making waves in the medical world. FaceAge uses a convolutional neural network, basically a deep learning system trained to detect patterns in images, to analyze facial features and estimate a person's biological age. That's not just how old you are on paper. It's how old your body actually is based on cellular wear, genetic markers, and physiological stress. In a peer-reviewed study published in The Lancet Digital Health, FaceAge was tested on more than 6,000 cancer patients, and the results were astonishing. Patients whose face age appeared significantly older than their chronological age were found to have dramatically lower survival rates. In fact, when face age was used in combination with physician assessments, doctors were able to predict 6-month survival outcomes with 80% accuracy, a massive leap from the 61% they achieved on their own. And face age isn't alone. Another AI model, trained on thousands of facial scans, has achieved over 95% accuracy in distinguishing between individuals with dementia and those without it, just by looking at the tiny muscular cues and expressions in the face. No invasive tests, no lengthy screenings, just a photo and a neural net. But how does this even work? It turns out your face carries far more health data than you think. Wrinkle patterns, muscle tone, skin elasticity, eye shape, cheek symmetry. All these features subtly change in response to aging, disease progression, and even psychological distress. AI doesn't just notice these patterns, it measures and models them with mathematical precision. Of course, with this power comes a swarm of ethical questions. Facial data is among the most personal biometric information you can collect. Who owns it? Who stores it? And how do we make sure it's never used to discriminate or manipulate? There's also the issue of bias. If these models are trained on non-diverse datasets, say mostly white or young faces, they may perform poorly when analyzing people from other racial, ethnic, or age groups. That could lead to dangerous misdiagnoses or false assurances. Still, the potential is enormous. Imagine an app that scans your face each morning and tells you if your blood pressure is rising, your stress is peaking, or your immune system is weakening before you even feel symptoms. Preventative care, personalized and proactive, at scale. We're already seeing early signs of this hitting consumer markets. Some startups are working on mental health apps that detect signs of anxiety and depression by tracking microexpressions. Others are building telemedicine tools that use facial scans for remote diagnostics in underserved areas. A line between your health and your selfie is blurring fast. And if this trend holds, AI may soon be your first line of defense against disease. But what happens when we let that same AI drive a car without radar or LiDAR on a foggy road with no human behind the wheel? That's not science fiction. That's Tesla's next big bet, and the US government has questions. We'll break it down next. As AI makes breakthroughs in hospitals and diagnoses from your face, another battleground is forming on the streets. Elon Musk has promised a fully autonomous robotaxi fleet, but now federal investigators are demanding answers, and the pressure is mounting fast. Just weeks ahead of Tesla's planned robotaxi rollout in Austin, Texas, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, has formally stepped in. They've sent Tesla a detailed list of technical questions, many of them zeroing in on a single high-stakes issue. How does Tesla's full self-driving system operate when visibility breaks down? Unlike other autonomous driving companies, Waymo, Cruise, and Aurora, Tesla doesn't use LiDAR, or radar, or ultrasonic sensors. It relies solely on cameras. That vision-only strategy has been Elon Musk's bet for years. The idea? Build an AI brain that drives like a human, eyes, not lasers. But as the robotaxi launch nears, regulators want to know, what happens in thick fog, in a thunderstorm, at night, when camera perception deteriorates? These aren't academic questions. They're life and death. HNTSA is asking for data on how Tesla's full self-driving supervised software handles adverse conditions. They want details on fallback protocols, monitoring systems, whether there's a human in the loop, and how many cars Tesla plans to deploy. Why the urgency? Because this isn't Tesla's first regulatory rodeo. In December 2023, Tesla recalled over 2 million vehicles to address issues with driver attentiveness in autopilot mode. And the Justice Department is still investigating whether Tesla misled consumers and regulators about the capabilities of its driver assistance software. Then came the incidents. In Arizona, a fatal crash involving Tesla's full self-driving. In Seattle, a Tesla veered unexpectedly into traffic. Both events remain under federal review, and yet Elon Musk is pushing forward, fast. At Tesla's last earnings call, he teased a robotaxi reveal for August 2024, promising it would blow people's minds. Behind the scenes, internal teams are racing to finalize hardware, train the AI models, and secure city permissions for real-world operation. But critics argue that Tesla's camera-only approach is a gamble. Without radar or LiDAR, the vehicle lacks redundancy. backup systems that can fill in when vision fails. If a child runs into the street in heavy rain, will a vision-only system detect them in time? Will it brake fast enough? Tesla's answer, yes. They claim that their neural networks, trained on millions of hours of driving footage, can process visual data faster and more intelligently than any traditional sensor stack. The government isn't so sure, and neither are safety experts. Some have even called Tesla's upcoming rollout premature, if not reckless. Still, Tesla has one major advantage: real-world driving data. No company has logged more autonomous miles on public roads than Tesla, thanks to their beta testers, actual customers using FSD on highways and city streets. That data is Tesla's gold mine. It's what trains the AI, it's what feeds the feedback loop, and it may be what keeps the robotaxi dream alive. But as federal investigators close in, Tesla faces a choice: open the black box, or risk having their rollout delayed, scaled back, or even halted entirely. As always, Elon Musk is betting on acceleration. But this time, the brakes may be out of his hands. From AI models outperforming doctors, to algorithms diagnosing disease from a single photo, to self-driving cars preparing to navigate our cities without radar, we're witnessing the dawn of a radically new era, one where intelligence isn't just digital, it's diagnostic, perceptive, and increasingly autonomous. But with every breakthrough comes a new line to cross, a new question to ask, and a new challenge to regulate. Can AI truly replace human judgment in medicine? Should it? Can a machine detect illness before we even feel sick? And if it can, who controls that power? And when the streets fill with driverless cars guided only by code and camera, who takes responsibility when things go wrong? These aren't questions for the future. They're questions for now. Because the AI arms race isn't just about speed or scale anymore. It's about trust, it's about transparency, and it's about what kind of world we're building, one system update at a time. At AINN, we're here to track that transformation in real time, cutting through the hype, spotlighting the stakes, and showing you how artificial intelligence is reshaping everything from hospitals to highways. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss the next wave of breakthroughs, controversies, and critical decisions in AI. Until next time, see you in the future.